How's it going, guys? Josh here at TRAXXAS, and in this video we are going to be attempting the water skip, the Trashpede. So in the last video that we made with the Trashpede, we did attempt the water skip it. That did not work because we were not prepared for it at all. And then we also tried just to jump it into the pond since that didn't work, and we couldn't even do that. The grass was too wet, we had no traction, and it was just a complete fail. I'll link the video right up here if you do want to watch it. I don't understand why you would though, because it was just the biggest fail that I've ever done. But in this video, we are definitely prepared for this water skip. I'm going to go over the car with you guys to explain what we've done differently than the last time. So you're going to want to stay tuned if you think that this is something that you would want to do with your Stampede two-wheel drive, because if this does work, then this is the setup that you probably want to run. So most people, when they think water skipping, they just think paddle tires, which yes, you do need paddle tires. That's something that we did not have in the last video, which was just a completely awful idea, and we just overestimated what the Trashpede could do. So this time we got paddle tires, and then we also have extra sets of front tires right here, because I did not realize that I drilled holes in all of my Talon tires that are this model. I drilled holes on the very top of the tread in 4 corners, so I have no way to seal these up. So I have 3 sets total of front tires, so then we could swap them out as needed, because when they get water in them, they get very heavy. And then the body, this is kind of for filming purposes. As you guys know, I burned my Trashpede body just because it is a Trashpede. I want it to look like it's been beat up, and I have no way to mount a GoPro securely to it with like an adhesive mount. So that's why I'm using my Stampede 4x4 Proline Brute Bash Armor body. I have a pretty nice GoPro setup on it where I have the GoPro mount solidly mounted to it, so I don't have to worry about adhesives. Plus this body's very rigid, so you guys aren't going to get as much camera shake, whereas the Lexan body flexes a lot. So that's why I'm running that body today. And then underneath the car, I've sprayed the whole thing down with WD-40 so then none of the screws and everything rusts. I have the LiPo battery that I'm going to be running today. It's the RC LiPo battery 3S packs that we were sent out to us for testing. This is going to be the first time they're going to be in water, so hopefully they last. But I have added a little Ziploc bag on the outside of it, and then I wrap the end of that bag where the wire comes out in duct tape, so then hopefully the battery still stays relatively dry, because I would like to keep testing these batteries. And then of course I have a water bottle right here zip tied to the chassis. That's for flotation purposes. And then as you can see, I got another one back here, and then I rebuilt the receiver box, made sure all that is waterproof with new silicone grease, and then I also redid the shocks. This wasn't something that had to be done, but I just did it since I was doing everything else. I put aluminum shock caps on, and I added 50 weight shock oil. I also put a brushless system in here. Last time we tried this, we did not have a brushless system. We had the brushed XL5 system, which was absolute trash. It did not go anywhere, if you guys saw that video. So this should work perfect. Since we used to run the XL5 system in here, we did have plastic drive shafts. I swapped those drive shafts out for Techno M6 drive shafts, as you can see them in there. I had to get longer, I don't really know what they're called, like the actual shaft part, I had to get a longer one because the Stampede two-wheel drive rear arms are longer than like a Slash, and I used to have these on my Slash. So I got metal drive shafts, the brushless system, and then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I added this kind of a wheelie bar, because when I was doing a lot of research about Stampede two-wheel drives and water skipping, I noticed that they like to wheelie a lot. So I added this. It's just a Traxxas wheelie bar. I took the wheels off and I added a piece of Lexan on the bottom, so then it's a flat surface for the water to ride on. And of course I got all the sponsors on there. Just kidding, I don't have any sponsors. So now we need to talk recovery. If this thing wants to sink, it's obviously not going to sink because we added all this flotation, so that's a plus. But we need to be able to retrieve it. One way is to use this dog leash that we got. I have this end on it, so then I could easily hook it to this zip tie loop I made on the back. But the issue with running a leash like we did in the last video is it adds a lot of friction. Now obviously we have a lot more power, but I'm worried that once we get on the water, if that ever happens in this video, that the friction of the leash on the water is just going to slow the car down. So if that is the case, we're not going to use the leash, and then we're just going to send someone in to go swimming after this thing. And the last thing I did is just for more protection for the electronics, I added some dielectric grease to all of the like connections. Like right here you can see there's some in there. I added it on these wires, right where the wires enter the motor. I added some. I think that's about it. I do have a little bit of dielectric grease in the battery connector, and I think that's it. Now if you aren't familiar with dielectric grease, it just waterproofs electrical contacts. Yes, I know that this system is already waterproof, but I've been beating on this system for, I want to say, 4 to 5 years, and who knows if it's actually still waterproof. We're gonna find out today, so hopefully we have no issues with that. And I don't even think I mentioned this, but it is 7 in the morning. I woke up early to do this. You can see the sun is starting to rise a little bit, and I had to wake up early because there's no one at the beach right now, which was definitely needed. I don't want kids swimming and all that over there while I'm trying to water skip. So let's go over the conditions over here and what our first attempt is gonna look like. All right, so down here we obviously have a pretty good run up. That was an issue that we had a lot in the last video, where it was kind of a drop off and then the water was right there and the Trashpede just couldn't do it. So that's why we changed the location to right here. And for the first attempt, I think I definitely don't want to go all the way across. I think that I'm going to start kind of up here, go down, try to avoid all that mud right there, and then go across right here, straight down there. That's just going to be the first attempt, so if it doesn't work, we know what we need to improve on. If that does work, we're probably just going to move it farther out over there, and so on and so on. But when we get to the buoys, we're going to have to make sure that we aim the car in a way to go directly down the middle, because obviously if we hit one of those, we're going to have to go swimming. So that's what we're working with here. Hopefully this works. You don't know how much I've been planning for this video, guys. It's literally crazy. I put hours into this. I've put a lot of money into the Stampede to get it to this point. So I'm really hoping that this works. And let's kick off the montage, get the car ready, fire up all the cameras, and let's get the first attempt underway.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. Asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
Alright guys, so we got the Trashpede set up, and then we got the line spool behind it. I did add this like GoPro handle that I have on the back, so then the end of the line floats. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I just think it's going to make recovery a little bit easier. And then we got the car right there, all set up. We're going to come down here, and like I said, we're gonna go straight that way and end somewhere in this area right about there. So I guess let's power up the car and get our first attempt done. I'm kind of nervous, not gonna lie. It isn't that deep right there. I don't even think the car would be fully submerged, and the water level is really low right now. Usually it comes up to about right here, but it's right there. So I don't know if that's gonna make things a little bit more complicated or not, but you know what, let's just stop talking. Let's do this. Oh my god, guys, that was so close. Now I know what I need to do. The beginning caught me off guard because I thought I was going in that mud over there a little bit, which I wanted to avoid, but that worked pretty well. I kind of lost some speed because of that mud, and like I said before, the front wheels are not sealed up, so I got to drain them each time. As you can see, they're just filled with water. I'm just doing this so that they're lighter. That's the only benefit from this that I see. That should be good. All right, let's go for round 2. Alright guys, so I think that runway is too bumpy, as you see. It kind of does a lot of wheelies, and it doesn't really want to go straight. And once I get in the water, I'm pinning the throttle, and I don't really know what's going on. Let's just do a few attempts as kind of practice. I think I'm going to try going from about right here that way, just to see what it does, because it's super flat right here. Nope. Why isn't it working? No, I'm just gonna try a small one right here. Oh, it's full of mud. Oh, that's filthy. Oh my god. So I don't really know what's going on and why it doesn't want to work, because all the videos that I've seen is this thing just absolutely going across the water, no problem. So I don't really know what to do, because in my opinion, my Stampede is set up a lot better than others had theirs set up in videos that I've seen. Kind of debating trying it without the lead, but then I'm gonna have to go swimming, so I don't really know what to do. All right, so now the truck's right here. We're gonna go down this way and send it in that direction. I don't think it's gonna work, but we're just gonna try it. We're gonna change up the spot a little bit each time until we get it, and then when we do get it, we're just gonna stick with it. Alright guys, I don't really know what's going on. Just getting the tires clear right now. I think my main issue is once it hits the water, it doesn't want to wheelie, and I need it to wheelie because, as you guys know, it's two-wheel drive. The front wheels aren't driven, so I think when the front wheels hit the water, it just kind of nosedives. So to combat that, I think I'm going to start all the way up there, like all the way past the sand, and then go down here. And then I kind of already did this, but I want to see if I can actually do it this time and make it all the way across. That's all I want to do, and I'd be happy, like seriously. So my plan is just to get a lot of speed, and hopefully that works. And something that I am doing that I haven't really mentioned that I think is very important for you guys to understand is that I'm not going full speed until I hit the water. I'm probably going about 3/4 throttle, and then right when I hit the water, that's when I pin it, because I want the front end to pick up so that the front wheels do not touch. The goal is to get this thing in a wheelie, and that's been quite of a challenge actually. So I'm going to put the Trashpede all the way up there, and we're going to try that. Oh, come on. Alright, shoes are coming off. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's freezing. I might just leave my shoes off. You guys, that was literally so close to making it. I was so close to getting to the end. I was probably 3/4 of the way there, which before I wasn't. I do think that I need to be on more of a sharper angle going that way. So I'm gonna do it again because I think that worked pretty well. Alright guys, I think that was a lot closer than last time. I think that once we get it on this route that we're trying, I think that's going to be the end, because I think that's all that we really can do. I don't really know how, what we can improve on. So I guess we're just going to keep trying this route until we get it. Oh my god, what happened there? It just did a full tumble. I think that's worth checking the GoPro footage and see what that looked like. There we go. Alright, so we're going. Oh, it just did a full flip. Oh my god. Alright. I don't know why that happened. That's interesting. Guys, that was so close. We're on land. That was so close. God, that was awesome. We're gonna get it one of these times. Alright guys, we finally did it. We made it all the way to the shore. It was kind of in the mud, but it was still to the shore. Some kids came by. I don't know if you guys saw that. They want to catch some frogs, so we're going to let them do their thing. And that's going to be the end of this video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. A lot more fun than the last time that we did this with the Trashpede, because we were actually able to get to the water this time. But I have another idea for a part 3 to this video where we put skis on the front, because I looked back at a lot of the footage and it looks like the front wheels are just causing a lot of issues because they're not driven. So comment down below if you guys want to see a video of this Trashpede with skis on the front, paddle tires on the back, water skipping. So with that, if you guys did enjoy this video, like it, share it with others so I can grow my channel. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video on Traxxas RC.
Aside from my soul.